Welcome to Rise Anyway, a space where we explore what it means to rebuild, to grow, and to start again. I'm Guy Christ. Every episode is a quiet reminder that no matter how far you've fallen, you can always rise anyway. Rise Anyway, Episode 14, Robert Downey Jr. From prison to Marvel, he grew up inside a creative hurricane. On some days, the wind carried film sets, laughter, and light. On others, it carried smoke. Robert Downey Jr. was born into art and chaos. His father, an underground filmmaker. His mother, an actress. He learned early that brilliance and brokenness often share the same room. In the Netflix documentary Senior, Downey recalls being introduced to drugs as a child. That moment, quiet, devastating, became the echo behind everything that followed. Gifted, adored, and already adrift. By his teens, he was magnetic on screen. By his 20s, a star. By his 30s, a headline. The world saw charm and talent. The courts saw addiction and chaos. In 1999, a California judge handed him a 3-year prison sentence after repeated violations. Downey's words that day stunned the room. "It's like I've got a shotgun in my mouth, my finger on the trigger, and I like the taste of gunmetal." It wasn't metaphor. It was the sound of a man losing his grip. He spent 15 months behind bars. 15 months of routine, silence, and survival. He said it felt like being sent to a distant planet where there is no way home until the planets align. When he finally walked out, he wasn't free, not yet. Addiction doesn't release you when the gates do. In 2000, Ally McBeal gave him a spark of redemption, a chance to act again. Then came relapse, arrest, headlines. By 2001, Hollywood had closed its doors, and then one man held them open. Mel Gibson, a friend, paid Downey's insurance bond out of his own pocket, just so he could work again on The Singing Detective. Downey would never forget that. "He kept a roof over my head and food on my table," he said. "He gave me a chance when no one else would." 2003 was the hinge. After years of relapse in courtrooms, something finally shifted. He met producer Susan Levin, steady, grounded, unwilling to enable, but unwilling to give up either. Downey says the real change wasn't mystical. It was a decision. It's not that difficult to overcome these seemingly ghastly problems. What's hard is to decide to do it. He decided. That year became the start of his long-term sobriety. The work returned slowly. The Singing Detective, 2003. Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, 2005. Zodiac, 2007. Each film was a quiet proof. He could show up, deliver, finish. The world began to trust him again. Then came Iron Man. Jon Favreau saw it before anyone else did, that Tony Stark's mix of wit, genius, and damage could only come from someone who'd lived it. Marvel hesitated. Favreau fought for him. And Downey delivered. In 2008, he didn't just play Iron Man. He became him. That single performance didn't just revive a career. It launched the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Within years, Downey became the highest-paid actor in Hollywood. $75 million in 2013, $80 million in 2015. But the real wealth wasn't measured in dollars. It was in trust, stability, and peace. Behind the armor was a man still practicing sobriety, meditation, therapy, discipline. Recovery wasn't an event. It was a system he built and maintained every day. In 2015, California's governor issued him a symbolic pardon. By then, he didn't need it. His life was the real evidence. Years later, he'd look back at that first night in prison and call it a planet with no way home until the alignment arrives. He wasn't talking about stars, he was talking about clarity. In 2024, Robert Downey Jr. won his first Oscar and thanked his terrible childhood and the Academy. In that order, it was a joke, but it was also a testimony. The childhood didn't disappear. The prison didn't disappear. What changed was what they meant. His story isn't about punishment and reward. It's about responsibility and the power of deciding who you'll be next. The system didn't save him. Marvel didn't save him. He did the work and kept doing it. Robert Downey Jr. didn't escape his past. He rebuilt his future inside it. And in doing so, he showed the world what a real comeback looks like. Thanks for listening to Rise Anyway. If today's story moved you, share it with someone who might need a reason to keep going. You can follow the show for new reflections every week, and remember, you can't change the past, but you can always change the path you're on.